Hey everybody, Matt Monster, back with Marvel Heroes. Got Thing. I changed him around a little bit, so I don't know if they really made his build a little better or more open, but it's definitely different and more damaging. I'll give them that. The damage output, I think, has gone through the roof, especially with a couple changes I made through gear. And I didn't really find a lot of uniques. I still have only one unique. I got lucky with a couple cosmics before. I still got the same gear I had from long, long ago. So let me go into the build first, and I'll go over the gear and how I'm making it work for me. So the build is going to be working off of the old Clobberin Time build, which is, of course, we're going to be working with Clobberin Time then. And this is really Thing's staple move here. Clobberin Time gives us a lot of damage, a lot of defense. The damage really isn't from the damage rating that you see there. The immune to crowd control is awesome. So you just run around, you don't have to break free, you don't get stuck, nothing ever happens to you. Because at 50 and higher, we start getting to the point where the duration beats the cooldown, or at least almost beats the cooldown. We're in a good spot. We don't have to do plus duration anymore. And the big damage is coming from that attack and movement speed. We can move around a lot better, and we get a lot of attack speed with a little bit of the damage boost there. And then, of course, we're going to go with aggressive aura because the defensive aura has kind of been nerfed around a bit. And the steadfast aura, we're already immune to everything. This steadfast aura is completely useless. So I imagine on his rework, this is going to be something completely different. We're also going to go with hard as rock. And the reason why we're going with hard as rock is because he added this 20% chance on activation with a melee power to do physical damage twice per second for 5 seconds. Now I imagine we could stick with plus duration like we were going before to keep Clobberin Time active. And we're also worried about our granite defense shield. We're not so worried about it right now. But that plus duration would probably keep this going on the target a little bit longer, but I'm not so worried about it. 1 in 5 hits basically is going to get it to go off, and within 5 seconds I imagine I'm going to get 5 hits on a target to get it to go off again. So on bosses and yellows, I'm thinking this will be permanent once it happens. You know, don't quote me on that, but I imagine it's going to happen. There's also a good chunk of damage rating on here again. So we're looking at 433 damage rating there, 358 damage rating there. So we see a little bit of a synergy going on here with damage rating. We like damage rating, remember? And what good is damage rating without some damage? So we're going to use ground smash to smash up any of the enemies around us. As you can see, I got a high point value in there. That is from the unique I have. I'll go over the gear in a second. And we're going to use Bruising Punch. Enemies take even more damage with the Bruising Punch, so we really like that. And it's almost 2 attacks per second. It will be 2 attacks a second with Clobberin Time. So that's a lot of damage happening. And then finally, we'll end up with Jagged Defender. They changed this yet again. You want to make sure you have your 1 points, and there's only 2 1 points. Yancey Street Taunt, that's an AoE. We want to taunt. And Granite Defense. We want the shield absorb. Right now, this is absorbing with just 1 point and the +4 to it, 6,105 damage. So at 25% damage, we have to take how much damage? That's a lot. 25,000 damage. That ain't gonna happen. But we'll be dead before that gets absorbed. Anyways, we'll be reapplying it because it doesn't restack itself, but it's a lot of damage to absorb at just 1 point. And then we just stack up Jagged Defender, the last points, but we ran out of points to put into it anyways. And that's basically all we have to do. So I'm going to click Confirm. And then we already have 1 point in Rock Slide Charge, and I use that as my mobility. There it is. And then I just put the Bruising Punch up over here. Clobberin Time. This is not my main. I have that there as my main. Aggressive Aura. Once it's on, it's on. Jagged Defender you don't have to turn on, but if you look, you get a lot of damage to things attacking you. So we want Yancey Street Taunt. And Clobberin Time. Clobberin Time we should only have to use every once 25 seconds. So we're going to be using Ground Smash a lot to clear off trash. That thing hits like a truck, as you can see. This is level 50. Yancey Street Taunt. The taunt lasts 6 seconds. We only need to do this on blues, maybe. But definitely yellows and bosses. We're gunning for that. We're going to keep this active as all times possible. Ground Smash, blues, whites, punch, yellows, bosses. Rock Slide Charge. Move around, get some extra movement speed. We like the movement speed. You can stun things with it too. It's very nice, very useful on bosses. And we're going to need Granite Defense around 2. Last time I did the video, I never even turned it on. Just to let you know how tough he can be. And that's really it. So going into the gear and how we're making this work, I got a Darkhold Scroll. So that's 730 damage versus targets with taunted status. Hence, Yancey Street Taunt yet again. The taunt's kind of weird as it's aimable. You can taunt things over here and over there. So I tend to taunt things that I'm using this Bruising Punch on. As you can see, it's got a very small hitbox. So it's going to tend to be the yellows in the boss. The taunt is this big circle off over the screen here. Let me see if I can't get him to aim up. And you can probably see the taunt box a little better. So it hits a pretty good area. And for some reason it's not showing Ground Smash's circle. There it is now. And Ground Smash does a nice big AoE around you. Very useful to have that. And then, you know, you just activate Aggressive Aura. That's giving us another 519 damage rating. So we're stealing lots and lots and lots of damage rating, obviously. I got the Yukio's Charm around this point where you should be upgrading this to Super Heroic. Obviously I got the Advanced Super Soldier Serum. Because this slot here doesn't have any health regen on it, we got to be a little bit careful. Our slot 4 artifact, until we get the full set of uniques to see exactly where our health regen is and what we have going on for health, our slot 4 will probably be the advanced Starstone Tooth with a 20% proc rate. I got 119, that's good enough. That's basically 20%. So every 5 hits is giving us 750 hit points, is basically what I'm equating that 19% to. That's a lot of hit points for every 5 swings. We're swinging basically 2 times a second. So, you know, that's a big health income. And you need that health income. Also with the gear, I'm using the MODOK Medallion. Obviously, we get some damage rating against targets attacking us, and even more damage rating against targets with taunted status, and a free taunt every now and then. So we're stealing even more damage rating. This is a massive, massive damage rating thing. I absolutely have a lifesteal core which is helping. I'm doing massive damage. I'm getting massive amounts of life incoming. Otherwise, that grade 4 would probably definitely be lifesteal on basic hit. And I'd want more life on basic hit. I'd try to go basic hit everywhere. As you can see, I have a nice Cosmic that's plus damage rating, plus damage on physical attacks. I'm stealing damage everywhere I go. His helmet is phenomenal with so many pluses to so many different skills. It's crazy. More Cosmics with just +1s. And that's really the theory behind it. He's going to hit like a truck. And that's basically how it comes down to it. I've not even got things to taunt it, and I'm already hitting 16 to 20k on an AoE. And it's a pretty big AoE, so we don't really need that Doc Ox medal to work for us on this one. So I'll go ahead and go through a terminal run and show you what it's like. And of course, we're level 50. So the level 50 terminal run of choice is going to end up being Kingpins yet again. I could do Taskmasters, it'd be orange, and you'd see a deficit to his skills. They really nerfed how the orange goes. So you basically get your damage reduction going, put your damage aura on. You have some fun with whatever you want to do. 30k hits. That's just the AoE. I'm not taunting yet. I just don't have to. I can hit taunt for the blue and hit it. I'm punching for 13k. I can taunt the blue if I want. Punching him again for 13 to 15k. Get some more movement speed. And it's kind of just fun to smash things. He's kind of like a Hulk type character. Where Hulk jumps around, he's the one smashing things. So, they definitely made him play interestingly. And when I want a massive damage output for my punch, I just hit my taunt. Because I'm always targeting point blank on the things that I'm punching, my taunt goes off where I need it to. Start getting surrounded, hit my AoE. Yellow aura goes away. I re-hit my Clobberin Time. I'm going up to the boss, so I'm re-upping the granite defense there. Here comes the boss, so I'm taunting him. He put the fire shield up, so I charge through him. I'll taunt him again, charge through him. Charge through. Don't like the positioning, and just reposition, re-taunt, re-Clobberin Time. He put up the fire shield, so I charge through him. And it's really that simple, that easy, that kind of damage. You can see I am taking damage, which is why we really need to have the incoming health regen. Starstone Tooth would really complement Doth with where I'm at right now. I don't know. I haven't logged on to the test server to see the other uniques and how they work with health regen, to see if there's any kind of complement with health regen. I only got a couple of Lemuria, 3 with 12 per hit. He doesn't hit fast enough to really get a small amount of Lemuria paying off. More Lemuria would be nice. And as you can see, I'm kind of poor, so I'm just not going to buy grade 4 slot until I get life on basic power. But I do have that life steal coming in. And so that's it. That's Clobberin Time. Works phenomenal. If you like to smash and you like to punch things in the face, you're going to love it. You're going to run fast, smash things, taunt them, do even more damage. It's crazy. Great tank. Great tank. That's all I can say is great tank. I'm going to do Colossus, and it's the exact opposite of a tank. But it's a great build too. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you all later.